Camp Guardian is the easiest way to get out of the map, especially if you're trying to discover the Fort and Legates camp. Now, before you even exit the map, let me just show you why it's very important to save scum. If I wasn't recording this, I could swear I would get this on the first try. But it's not the case. Now, when I did go into third person to see the timing of the jumps, it was first try. First person failed every time. Now, when you actually do clear this gap, you are not outside of the map. You have to go right and keep climbing the tallest cliff to where you see the tents, the fort, the whole shebang. Legates camp, you go past the tents through the water and then hang right. And for the fort, you try to hang right as quickly as you can right after you pass those rocks. Right there. Those rocks, right after you pass those, you hang right as quickly as possible. For Legates, you completely pass all the tents and go until the water ends and then hang right. There's a circular rock arena where the actual Legates camp is, and you have to get to the center. Clean water near the edge of the map. You go a little farther out, it'll become irradiated, but you really shouldn't take that long in the water. Legates camp really only has one path to get to it. It has to be the center. The watchtower really is not close enough. So by the time you get to the opening of the Legates thing, after you went through a gate, it was blocked, you had to go around. You have to climb all the way up around. That's why it's good to save and load just in case you go too far and your character's trapped. So then you have to load. And you don't want to go too far back on your loads. And sometimes you can just fall through the floor. Sometimes rocks really aren't even there. So when you get to the top edge and can look down at the fort, you can't just run down there. You have to keep climbing up and going along the edge until you are at the center. So right here, I think I'm close enough, but I'm not whatsoever. You walk to that tower, you can just barely not get to it. All this wasting time. Luckily, the Legion does not hate me, so this tower guard isn't going to just start shooting me. Now, could I have clipped through invisible walls? Probably. But I'm on console. It's just easier to load and go around somewhere else. But once you fall off the cliff, you can't really get back up very easily. So all you can do is load, go higher up, and try to go around until you're right at the center. This is the only place you can get the location, in the center of the Legates camp. That's really the only way to even use the gosh darn loot here. Combat armor, everybody has knives. Somehow that's all some of these troops have is a combat knife. They are not ready for battle. Honorable mention for the loot for the pile, the ballistic fists. All these Praetorian guards in here have ballistic fists that are worth quite a bit of money, especially with the junk jerry-rigging perk. You can use simple brass knuckles to repair ballistic fists for max profit. This is still early game. Look how nice they are with their loot. Nothing steel. I can have anything here, except for the hammer.
Soon, my lovelies. Soon you'll get all the meat you can handle.
Fast travel after you have the Legates camp back to Camp Guardian. Now this is the exact path you should take just to get out of the map every time. Nope, passed a little bit to the left. Right above that little cave where the one NCR trooper with broken legs is still alive. That's how you get the flippity floop out of here to the gap where you save. Now, could you backwards climb through Legates camp right after you got the location instead of fast travel there? Maybe. This is way easier just to do it all over again, though. Would you look at this? The more times you try and do this, the better you'll do. Isn't that amazing? And of course, just save, scum. Just save. Save. Less time wasted, potentially. Now, we go to the right as soon as possible. If you pass these tents, you go too far. These are the decoration for the actual fort. Now that's too far. This is the same type of rads from the Dead Sea. Maybe if I work on the pile, I might just leave out and travel the Dead Seas to see if I can get any random cells as if a Pokemon shiny or something or other. Why might you want to do all these shenanigans just to get to the, fort's location? Well, that's a way to keep Benny alive. Especially since Cesar always seems to just have a platinum chip on him for no reason. Even after he gives one to you, he just has another one. He prints the platinum chip. Now you just have to keep running toward the marker until it just go ahead and gives you the location. I'm gonna get the location and go a little closer because you can see where you spawn in at. You just can't walk back in because the invisible walls. But just look at this wonder. I mean, all of that's empty and fake, but it's a sight to behold off of this side. Crack. This is really where you fast travel and are here.
Belongings will be returned to you when you leave.
Now, a warning, when you do fast travel, you are trapped. Absolutely trapped. Now, will you help Mr. House? Will you help Cesar? If you don't want to do either of those, you kind of have to kill Cesar, take the platinum chip and leave. Option 1.
The camps are getting crowded.
Or option 2, never even fast travel here right when you get the location. Just leave it for later. Now, I do not see the instructor, but he is here. I'm looking at the mini-map. I see the slaves, I see the children, the regular legionary. I don't even see the instructor.
Hi there.
Run faster, or I will throw you off the side. What the fuck was that?
Sad enough, couldn't kill the instructor. Couldn't rob Cesar. So, fun fact, Caesar's dialogue is completely broken, and I definitely didn't kill the forces at Nelson, alright? That was Ranger Milo.
We'll talk about the platinum chip when the time comes. In the meantime, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly...
Yeah, I didn't leave him much to say. I barely even walked in the Lucky 38.
It's called an auto-doc. He can treat... Makes for a...
So you may think you are stuck if you've done all these shenanigans,
Complete your mission.
But just keep talking to him over and over again to continue on. Now, what is my task is to accept the first task. So I've gotten two Caesar introductions.
I mean, a man nearly killed...
And the dialogue is still broken. So we're going to have to try to keep muscling through.
With good reason. But you, of all people... dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Cesar. What were you thinking?
So I never got the mark, and I never talked to Volpace and Colta, never even went to Nelson, because I'm trying to keep Charlie Station alive.
Maybe I should have you struck blind so my face is the last sight you ever behold. Look, You do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under
It
the
almost seemed we
doormat?
can't stop meeting Cesar for the first time right in front of him. So it's really just goodbye, talk again, goodbye, talk again, and he'll keep going through the dialogue as if we are
Complete
doing
your
things
mission and
correctly.
return to me.
Complete the mission of getting the first task, huh?
True to Cesar.
Well, Stuck, you can't talk to any of these guys. Can't get the howitzer or stop the mob thing until you talk to Cesar.
Question
Every
is-
time he progresses just a little bit.
I like the servile attitude. Keep it up. The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
It almost seems like we're out of the rabbit's hole and are going to actually progress on something, but see what happens.
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch, and inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 Casino.
Still broken, yeah, but you just got to keep backing out and talking to him.
Complete your mission, then return to me.
Bird.
Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Goodbye.
Man again. You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man.
Oh, so for sure.
That can be arranged. You will be facing off against a couple of disobedient slaves. Not much of a challenge, but it might be entertaining to watch. Remember the rules. Light armor and machetes only. And, of course, to the death. Good luck. A good fight. Some NCR troopers can be competent fighters. I have a dangerous one for you. An NCR ranger by the name of Stella. We got lucky since we rarely capture rangers alive. Even though she's a woman, she's killed every man who's faced her in the arena. Even one of the elite Kenturians. With her bare hands. Watch out for her. She's one of the deadliest fighters I've ever seen.
Bare hands. Is that an NCR joke? Out. One hit. Gone. Now, loot-wise, ballistic fists are just so nice. As I said before, you can repair them with the jerry-rigging perk. All you need is brass knuckles. You can get them off the strip as long as you are not a good person on the strip with the Gamora. Can't be a good person. If you got good strip karma, he won't sell to you. Now, what does Mr. House have to say about all this? Over here.
Well, you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Cesar to give you back the platinum chip.
House dialogue still makes sense.
But that's not going to happen, because you're going to work for me.
Oh, the big families and capitalism. Ironically, you gotta kill a bunch of robots
I
to help
need you
these
to
robots. One shot off. Well, at least I get to finish things off with a little liberation. None of this actually matters because, well, unfortunately, when you hit this state in the game, a consequence happens. There are multiple reasons why Charlie Station dies, one of which involves Stage 2 of the Platinum chip. They're dead. All of them are dead again. So, have to load before I ever went to the fort. So, I have the Legates fast travel, and I have Caesar's good old fast travel at their bases. But I did not actually go to the fort to be trapped there in the first place. I will when I kill Cesar and double check things, but I cannot receive the platinum chip and put it in or give it away at all to keep Charlie Station alive. Matter of fact, regardless of that, if these guys just run up and kill Charlie Station, it happens anyway. So, back to not having met Caesar, being liked by the Legion, and yet Caesar has not given me the title Amicus. Rando legionaries still call me
Good to see you, Amicus.
Amicus. And almost like a battle cry. When I come up on a squad, it's like I'm the Centurion telling them to charge. Luckily, I'm their friend, so I can stab them in the back peacefully to save Charlie Station. Oh, no, they're going a little too fast. Loaded.